Yes, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Warzone Jones coming at you, WrestleMania 33 review. Yes, this review is late. It is now Tuesday. I am doing this on a Tuesday, but it's better late than never. My overall thoughts about WrestleMania 33 is that as far as the match quality goes, I would say that pretty much most of the matches were just okay. Like, we didn't really get any spectacular match. Not one. I don't think any of these matches are gonna go down as a classic. As far as the overall show, it was just an okay show. Not great, definitely. It wasn't a bad show, but it just wasn't great. It didn't get on a level of a classic WrestleMania, and we didn't really get a classic WrestleMania match. We got on one that I would say that was pretty good, but I would say most of the matches were definitely just okay. Like, they were just average, like okay. Not that great at all. And we definitely got some pretty big moments, but I'm gonna go on to those moments pretty much later on. I'm gonna start off with the first match. Let me get my notes. AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon. This was actually my favorite match of the night. I thought this was the best match of the night. AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon. It wasn't this great spectacular match. Like I said, we didn't have one of those, but it was still a pretty damn good match. AJ Styles and Shane McMahon was actually doing a little bit of chain wrestling. Like, I don't think I've ever seen Shane McMahon actually do like grappling. Like, he did a little bit of grappling. So, Shane McMahon, he even did a triangle. He did a triangle choke. AJ Styles had jumped off the roof. He was getting ready to do his, I believe his 450 splash. Yeah, he did a 450 splash, but AJ Styles was able to counter that into a triangle choke. But at the end of the night, the winner was AJ Styles, as it definitely should be. It was a pretty damn good match. I thought it was the best match of the night. My voice is a little hoarse, by the way, just in case you want to think I may sound a little weird. The next match was Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho. Now, this match right here, I was definitely hoping that it was going to be better than what it was, but again, it just didn't get on that level. It was just an okay match. But we did get pretty good couple of reversals they was able to who was Chris Jericho. He reversed the pop-up slam into the code breaker. Like, he literally did that. Like, I never saw that before. Another thing I never saw before, instead of a wrestler just grabbing onto the rope, Kevin Owens, he took his finger. He put his finger on the rope. And but at the end of the night, Kevin Owens won the match. Some people pretty much figured that was going to happen because apparently Chris Jericho is going to be leaving soon to go do a Fozzy concert. But they had an okay match. It wasn't great. It wasn't as good as these guys definitely could do, but it was just okay again. The next match was Bayley, Sasha Banks versus Charlotte Flair versus Nia Jax. Now, right in the beginning, they triple teamed Nia Jax because Nia Jax was definitely destroying them. She was whooping all three of these girls' asses, and I would say all three girls definitely, all four girls definitely had their moments. Nia Jax, like I said, she was looking like a beast right in the beginning, but eventually they was all able to triple team her, and she gets pinned first, so they eliminated her. I think they double power bombed her. They double suplexed her, and then when the first two girls suplexed her, Charlotte, she kicks her, and they all dump on her and pin her 1, 2, 3 basically at the same time. That's how they got rid of Nia Jax. After Nia Jax was eliminated, it was I believe it was Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks got eliminated next, and then Charlotte Flair gets eliminated by Bayley. So Bayley retains her women's title. Next, we had Enzo, Luke Gallows, and Anderson, Sheamus and Cesaro, and the surprising return of the Great Hardy Boys. And this, I wasn't expecting these guys to show up this night. Like, I expected them to show up eventually, because, we all heard that rumor that the Hardy Boys were coming back to the WWE, but not at this pay-per-view. I didn't think they was going to be there, but they showed up. They walked in there. They look like they always have. And, some of the fans was chanting, delete Matt Hardy's, Broken Matt Hardy theme. They was chanting that, and the Hardy Boys, they went out there and they look like themselves. Jeff Hardy did a swanton off one of the big huge ladders on Sheamus and Cesaro, and Matt Hardy, I believe he did the Twisted Fate off of a ladder too, also as well, and was able to get the tag team title. So the Hardy Boys are the new Raw Tag Team Champions. Next, we had John Cena versus Nikki Bella. And let me tell you something right now. I was so against them having this match, and from what I've seen in this match, it shows why. Because this match definitely wasn't worth it, and I guess they realized that because this match was a squash match. It shouldn't have been on there. It was like 5 minutes, I think, basically. So, but we didn't need to see any more from it than what we have. The only thing that was really good was the build-up to this match, and I was really against this match. But John Cena and Nikki Bella won, and Cena, he proposed this to Nikki Bella, and she said yes. So let's move on from that crap. The next match was the SmackDown Women's Wrestlers. Alexis Bliss, Becky Lynch, Mickie James, Natalya, Carmella, and Naomi. Naomi walked out as the new SmackDown Women's Champion. And they had a lot of multi wrestlers in one match at this card, and this was definitely one of them. The only difference between this match and the other women's match was this wasn't an elimination match. And I guess maybe they had a few more girls, but Naomi, she walks out. She is the SmackDown Women's Champion. She definitely is the one who should be the champion. Next was Triple H versus Seth Rollins. Pretty damn good match. It just didn't get on the level that I'm pretty sure most people was hoping that it was going to get. It didn't get on the 4-star or 5-star level. It was just an okay match. It wasn't boring or anything like that, but it was just okay. Seth Rollins wins. Seth Rollins defeats Triple H, and the way that this match ended was, Seth Rollins had kicked Triple H onto Stephanie McMahon. She was on the side of the ring, and then she falls right into the table, and then he hits Triple H with the pedigree 1, 2, 3. Next, Brock Lesnar versus Bill Goldberg. This is one of the matches that I was looking forward to, and this match was definitely a pretty good, I would say maybe 8-minute match. It definitely wasn't long, because we didn't know how long this match was going to go. It was an 8-minute match at least. And I kind of wanted them to go at least an extra 5 more minutes. I think they could have pulled an extra 5 more minutes. But I did thought what I saw was pretty damn good. We got 10 suplexes from Brock Lesnar. There was actually a fan out there who had like cue cards, with numbers on there. And every time Brock Lesnar would suplex Bill Goldberg, he'll put up a number like 1, like 2, and then 3 and 4, and then eventually it got to 10. So we got 10 suplexes on Bill Goldberg. Bill Goldberg did hit the spear on Brock Lesnar, and he also hit the jackhammer. And he did go for a pin, but Brock Lesnar kicked out of it. At some point, I was sort of thinking, damn, Brock Lesnar about to lose again. But no, he was able to hit Goldberg with the F5 eventually and pin him 1, 2, 3. Brock Lesnar, new WWE Universal World Champion. Next match was Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton. I know I'm sort of reviewing these last couple matches out of order, but it doesn't matter as long as I get to it. But this match wasn't really that good either. I mean, it wasn't like a bad match. It didn't suck, but it was like, what the hell did they really do? The only thing that really stood out during this match, other than the end, of course, was, to me, the bugs that they were showcasing in the ring. And I thought it was kind of cool at first. I thought it was kind of cool. Now, they did at least 3 times. They showed like maggots, and I think they showed like these worms, and then I think the last one was like roaches that they were showcasing. And then Randy Orton got out of the ring, I guess because he was freaked out. But Randy Orton walks out the winner, and I wanted Bray Wyatt to actually win. So I'm guessing they figured, well, Randy Orton did all this like sneaking and waiting for the right time to turn on these guys, so he can eventually get that title shot and get his revenge. That was basically what they probably let him win, so he can get his revenge in the end. And that's what he got, because he is the new WWE Champion. Next, the main event of the night. The match that definitely the last thing that people will definitely be talking about when it comes to WrestleMania, or maybe the first, because it was definitely the biggest moment of the night. It's the main event. It's Undertaker versus Roman Reigns, and the ending to this match was what a lot of people probably thought was going to happen, which was Roman Reigns wins. He didn't just win, he, quote unquote, retired The Undertaker. Now it's like this. There were a whole bunch of botches in this match. You know, like there was definitely a couple of them. Roman Reigns tried to reverse the pedigree. I mean, not the pedigree, the tombstone, and he tried to pick him up so he can basically tombstone the Undertaker also as well. So I've seen a couple of guys do that move. You know, Undertaker has done it. Excuse me, not the Undertaker. Well, Undertaker's definitely done it. Undertaker's done it. Triple H has done it. Shawn Michaels has done it. I think the first time I seen them like reverse the tombstone was, I think, with Randy Orton, back when Randy Orton faced him like back in the day. But he just couldn't get Undertaker up. So we can either say either Roman Reigns botched that, or we can say they both botched. Either one. But a lot of people are probably going to blame that on Roman Reigns. But there was definitely a moment where Roman Reigns definitely messed up. I remember he dashes to the ropes and comes off the ropes, and he just stops all of a sudden. It's as if he didn't know exactly what he wanted to do. But he did definitely botch a little bit right there. But the winner of the match is definitely Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns leads. Everyone's booing the hell out of him. The Undertaker, they cut back to the Undertaker, and all of a sudden he has his coat and his hat back on. And what does he do? What does he do? He takes those off. He takes off his gloves first. He takes off his jacket first, and then he takes off his hat. Didn't say anything. He just walks slowly up to the ramp, lifts his arm up, and then all of a sudden, like the little elevator comes up on the ramp, and then he goes down. And so, basically solidifying that he's retired. So the Undertaker is retired. He's no longer running the yard. So listen, this is What's Up Jones. If you haven't done so, I hope you enjoyed my quick review. I tried to get through everything quickly. I'm out. Deuces.